Alpha Day Trading. If this is your first time inside the Alpha Day Trading community, please take a moment to actually leave us a message inside the chat. Myself, other mentors, leaders, and other members inside the community would actually like to take a second to welcome you to the team. Yes, this is a pre-recorded video, so no, I do not wear the same polo every single day. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. You'll never know. And again, I just wanted to take a moment to welcome you to the team if you are new. And if you ever have any questions, comments, or concerns, please don't hesitate to let us know. That's what we're here for. Now, if you guys ever notice any issues whatsoever with the community, simply refresh your browser and that will fix almost every issue. If you notice any issues with the stream quality, scroll down to the lower right-hand side of the stream, click the settings icon and actually set it from auto to 720 or to 1080p, and that will permanently set your quality so you'll never have any issues with the live stream. Now, if you still have any issues and you've refreshed your browser and you've already changed the quality, scroll down to the bottom of the chat room page, click one-on-one support, and actually send us a ticket, and we will be able to reach out to you immediately to get everything fixed. It is our main priority to make sure you guys always have the best experience while you guys are inside the chat. So once again, my name is Josh Howerton. Welcome back to Alpha Day Trading, and if you're brand new, welcome. Day one, baby. Welcome to the Alpha Day Trading community. We're so happy to have you a part of the team. We cannot wait to work with you. And if you ever need anything whatsoever, never hesitate to reach out. We are always here to help. Let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and dive on into it. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on? Happy Friday, baby. The worst day of the week, guys. No one likes Fridays. I do not like Fridays. 2 days to go until we can come back in the market and keep rocking and rolling, locking in these awesome big time profits. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me make sure we're all set. What just happened? All right, cool. We're good. All right, guys. So again, good morning. Happy Friday. It is May 7th, 2021, and we're going to go ahead and dive on into it. And then I'm also going to share some new upcoming news with you guys. Get you guys excited, get you guys prepared, and start growing some small accounts with you guys. All right, so a little bit of a hint. All right, start working these small accounts with you guys. So we do have a typical Friday, right? We do have some press releases. We do have some good volume in the market, all right? But we're not seeing substantial volume. And here's what I'm talking about. ACST, we have news. Look at the volume in comparison to its average volume. We're trading about 50% less. IBIO have yet to really pick up volume. ASRT, we have yet to really pick up volume. So we're really looking across the board, and we see that, yes, we have stocks gapping up 20, 40, 50%, but we do not see a lot of activity on one set stock. That's what we've been seeing all week in pre-market. The majority of traders are scattered across the board. There's 100 traders in the market. You may have 20 on ACST, 20 on IBIO, 20 of them on ASRT. We're not really seeing one stock steal the action and steal the volume. What's one other thing that we've noticed this week, guys, is all of these stocks that have good news, that have good setups in pre-market. What are those stocks typically doing? They're selling off. They're fading on off. What stocks are ripping and running this week? Prior day movers, all right? Like yesterday, we had a lot of stocks with great news, great volume, meeting our criteria to be added to our watch list. But what did we see yesterday? LEDS, right? Ripping and running from around $5 all the way to $13.44. What did we see the day before on Wednesday? RHE, ripping and running off a mid-candle breakout pattern. What else have we been seeing on Wednesday? NMRD. So, what is my mindset this morning? You know what? Yeah, right? We have news on IBIO, okay? We have news on ACST. We have news on ASRT and TTOO. We have news on Origin. There's news. There are press releases. But I'm looking at market conditions. Over the last 3 to 4 days, pretty much this week, we have been seeing stocks with news, slightly moving in pre-market, gapping up a little bit, getting a quick little pop at the open, fading on off, right? What are we seeing steal the action and steal the volume? Prior day movers. So am I going to be focused right out of the gate on a stock like TTOO just because it has news and volume? Nope. Not really going to be focused on ASRT. Not going to be really focused on ACST. Where is my focus today, guys? My focus right out of the gate is going to be RHE for the possible mid-candle breakout formation. All right, we alerted this yesterday in chat. Actually, you guys were with us live yesterday over on YouTube. Right at 9:30, we said, guys, keep RHE on watch for Friday. All right, we have all day for this stock to move. If this stock closes above 1462, we are setting up great for a possible mid-candle breakout. Where did we close? 1498. All right. So that being said, we had 8 hours of trading, 6 hours of trading. This stock could have dumped. This stock could have popped. But we actually closed exactly where we wanted to see this close for a beautiful mid-candle breakout formation. Again, we want to see RHE hold above 1462 to $15. So we have support right around 1462 all the way up towards around $15. If this stock does not dump, if this stock can hold on up and we can break over $16, guys, we have so much room to the upside here on RHE, right? We have room first all the way up to yesterday's spiking high of $18.30. Then we have room to Wednesday's close right around $19.50. So we're going to have resistance around $19.50 to $20, right? Let's go ahead and go back to Wednesday and mark up our levels, right? How high can this go? Well, we know it can go as high as 27.72. Now, if this mid-candle breakout really gets some action, we could see it hit $30 today, right? Mid-candle breakouts, see, look, right here. Mid-candle breakouts typically exceed that prior green day high. What did we see here on RHE? Monday, nice move. Tuesday, slight pullback, right? Between these two candles here, we had a little bit of a mid-candle. Boom, nice big push. Mid-candle. Ideally, we want to see this blow past Wednesday's highs of 27.72, but at least that gives us an idea of a great target. Where else do we have room to? 21.81, right? Right underneath these lows, right around some highs, some of these resistance levels, right around 23.91 as well. So these are going to be our levels for taking profit on RHE if we start to see the stock move up again. $16 is a key level. $16 is where I expect to see a lot of volume move on in. All right, over 16, we have a lot of room to 18.30. Over that, we have a lot of room to 19.50, $20. Over that, we have room all the way up to 21.80, 23.91, 27.72, and possibly all the way up towards around $30 today on RHE. This stock I'm keeping on high watch. Probably my one of two top stocks, followed by NMRD, another possible mid-candle breakout pattern. So what do we have? A big green day on Wednesday, followed by a big red day. This still meets the criteria of, I guess a mid-candle. Let's actually, no, let me not get you guys confused. Mid-candle breakouts, technically, or when the stock gaps down and puts in a candle right in the middle, all right? NMRD, yeah, it has the potential to pop, but it's not really a mid-candle breakout. What is this really? Basically, it's a 50% retracement, right? It's falling to the middle of the candle, right? But it's not technically a small little red day right in the middle of that candle. We actually had gapped up, squeezed, and dumped into the middle of Wednesday's candle. So I don't want to mislead or get you guys confused. That's not technically a mid-candle breakout. A technical mid-candle breakout is what we are seeing here on RHE, what we saw here on Wednesday, what we're seeing here today. I'm sorry, this was Tuesday. And what we're seeing here today on RHE, this would be the technical classification of mid-candle when the stock gaps down and puts in a red day right in the middle of the previous big green day. NMRD could still break because we are retracing roughly 50% of that move. So if we go to that move and we draw it all the way up, we can see that we've gotten a nice retracement right into the middle of that candle, right? Right into the middle of that first day's candle. So again, if we draw that fib, we would draw it off the low of Tuesday or Wednesday all the way up to the high. And we can see here, that's a 50% retracement of that prior day green move. All right, so all we're seeing here is a possible setup off the 50% retracement of the first day's move here on Tuesday. All right, if we draw a fib from the move on Tuesday to the high of Wednesday, we can see here that we're right in what we call the OTE zone, the optimal trade entry zone, when we're looking at Fibonacci retracement. So not only is it a 50% pullback off of Wednesday's green day, but over Tuesday or Wednesday and Thursday, right? From the move from Wednesday, the move up to Thursday's highs. That is an OTE pullback, an optimal trade entry zone pullback, where the stock pulls back right into the middle of the 78.6 and the 61.8, right? Right in the middle. And the other beautiful thing about that OTE zone is it lines up with some key levels of support and resistance, right? Look, we had our first spiking high on Wednesday, 815. Big U-shaped breakout. Where did we pull back to? 815. Where did we bounce yesterday? 815. Where are we trying to hold up here in pre-market? 815. So not only is that the OTE zone, that is also multiple levels that we've tagged at the 815 support level. So we've just established a couple separate reasons this is a good trade. All right, so what we want to see is for NMRD to hold above $8.15. We want to see this re-break. Go ahead and remove that. I would say we want to see this really re-break and get some volume over 9. All right, so if we can really squeeze and we start getting some great volume here on NMRD over $9, we have room all the way up to $9.94. Next target would be right around $11.82. And then up towards around those highs at $13.55, possibly all the way back up towards $15. So I have two prior day movers, right? We have NMRD was a big time mover Wednesday and Thursday, right? Possibly setting up for this reversal off the pullback. We also have RHE setting up for a possible mid candle breakout that we just talked about. And then we have LEDS. Right now, LEDS, all it's doing is holding above that 875 support level where we bounced twice yesterday. All right, so if LEDS can stay above 875 and re-break 10, we can see this back up towards around $11.48, possibly back up towards around yesterday's highs of 13. And if this really gets some action, maybe even $15 today here over on LEDS. So my focus, my attention right out of the gates, all right, I'm focusing on these three stocks, prior day movers. I'm not really going to be focused here on IBIO, ACST, or ASRT or TTOO, because I think we're going to see that momentum and that, you know, those market conditions carry into today. And those market conditions, once again, are the rippers and the runners of the day, or stocks that have been moving yesterday, the day before, that may not have news. That's what we've been seeing. A lot of the stocks that have news pop and dump, pop and dump, pop and dump. All right. FSTX popped yesterday, dumped, right? A lot of these plays that we had on watch yesterday that had good news, even the day before, BIMI, CHMI, BLRX, ATNX, a lot of those stocks popped, gave all of their gains back. And the top gainers of the day were past day movers. So let's go ahead and dive into what we do have today in regards to news. All right, so let's go ahead over in chat. And we started our watch list this morning right here. So we have IBIO reports successful COVID-19 vaccine toxicology study results and announces next gen COVID-19 vaccine program. So IBIO, we have COVID-19 news. All right. IBIO is a large float stock. It's about 200 million in float. Right now it's trading at its average daily volume. All right. Where does IBIO have room to go? If this breaks over $2, we could see IBIO retest yesterday's post-market highs right around $2.20. We do have a little bit of a gap to fill on the daily chart, right up towards around $2.32 to fill this gap from that gap down back in February. Now, if we ever close the gap, that may be the top target, is right around the 230s. If we can break over that level of resistance, we could see IBIO back up into the 260s and 270s. So keep this on watch. Anything over $2, we have room to 220, 230, possibly all the way up to $2.60. Right now, our key level of support that we do not want to lose is going to be these pre-market lows of $1.76. If we lose those lows, we'll most likely see this stock come on down towards around $1.52. All right, on IBIO. Again, yeah, it has some news. It's moving. It's got some volume. Yeah, it's a large float stock, but we've been seeing large float stocks rip and run. Again, I'm not super crazy about this because, again, just thinking market conditions this week. We've seen a lot of these prior day stocks be the top gainers, and I want to focus on those. And if those don't start moving, and it is indeed IBIO that gets the hype, then we'll bring our attention back over to, say, IBIO, hypothetically, if those other three stocks that we just talked about don't really do anything today. All right, so that's what we got on IBIO. All right, we have COVID-19 news. We have ACST. ACST announces definitive agreement to acquire Grace Therapeutics. All right, what do we know about press releases, guys? Right, we have a definitive agreement, 3-star keyword, to acquire, acquisition. All right, so ACST actually has some hot keywords in its press release. Again, we have a definitive agreement, 3-star keyword, to acquire, acquisition, 2-star keyword. So we have a couple hot keywords in a hot press release, right? So again, if we go look at ACST, right, this stock is actually moving pretty well. It closed yesterday at 40 cents when that news came out. This stock has since gone from 40 cents all the way up towards around 58-cent resistance, which is our 50-day moving average, and it's also prior resistance and support on the daily. We can see 58 cents has been tagged so many times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and we have that 50-day moving average. That is very, very strong resistance. But if ACST can break over that level, we do have room up to 70 to 75 cents, maybe even 80 cents here today over on ACST. It is a large float stock, all right? It's 200 million in float, right? Average trading volume on this play is 20 million shares. We're only trading 16 million, and this press release came out at 7 o'clock. This stock has been live trading for the last 2 hours and 17 minutes, and we're still trading less than what we normally do when we have no news. That's something to be mindful of. Again, volume is currently scattered across the market, right? We don't have 90% of the traders on one set stock. Right now, it's very mixed. It's very scattered, and we need to be mindful of that. And again, wait for traders to choose a stock, land on a stock, start really moving consistently to where we can execute and make some good money today. So again, that's what we got going on there on ACST. Again, it's a 200 million in float, currently trading 16 million shares. Average volume on the play is 20 million with some great news. Again, announced a definitive agreement to acquire Grace Therapeutics. TTOO is first quarter results. All right, so that is first quarter results. TTOO, last night earnings, got to move up. This morning, traders, remember TTOO, right? Pops up again, slowly fading on down. All right, I don't really think TTOO is going to do too much, right? TTOO is actually like number 10 on the leaderboard. All right, it's trading 2 million shares. Average volume on this play is 7 million shares, and it's 140 million in float stock. Right now, support is going to be down towards around the 126. All right, if we can hold 126, we do have a nice channel. All right, if we know anything about these channel plays, we know that we've just established a level of support and a level of resistance, and the stock will bang possibly between these levels and just trade in these levels. So if you like TTOO, if you think it has potential, if you assume that this is a low risk play, right? You're looking to buy off 125. Maybe put your stops under 120, and you're looking for this channel to be respected. You could possibly take this from 125 all the way back up towards around 150, right? If it doesn't break and we get rejected, possibly short it back down to the 125, right? If we hold, possibly take it long back to 150. You could simply play this big channel between support and resistance over here on TTOO. The second we crack 125, down to 120 and 110 we go. The second we break over that 151 to 156, where could we see TTOO go? Right? Where we're going to have a lot of resistance right around 160, guys. Look at that daily chart. You have your 50-day moving average and your 200-day moving average in the 160s. So that's going to be a key level of resistance if the stock ever decides to break over 150, 156. It's going to have a lot of resistance at 160 and 162. So be mindful of that. I would simply look to play the channel here on TTOO. Again, if it holds 125, look to take it long to the 150s. We get rejected off the 150s and the 160s. Look to flip short and take it back down into the 126s, right? That's probably the easiest and smartest way to trade TTOO. All right? So that's what we got going on today, guys. And then lastly, I want to talk about ORGS. Again, that's a first quarter revenue increase of 400% to $9.4 million, reflecting initial success of PO Care platform. And that's going to be on ORGS. All right, so ORGS right now, getting a little action, right? We had some action yesterday, faded on off. We had first quarter results press release, slowly getting this move back to the upside. Yesterday was a gap up, and it just completely gave everything back. Right now, it's trying to hold above the 200-day moving average at $5.52. We can see here, we broke above, we're pulling back. If this stock does not drop below 550, this can push back to 633 to 650, guys. So right now, if you like the fact that we have news, we're having volume move on in, it's a low risk play, right? You can put your stops 20 to 25 cents away. Put your stops underneath the 200-day moving average. We want to see this hold above that 550 level of support, that 200-day moving average. And if we can, we could see it back up to 6, right? That's a 10% gain. We ever break over 6, it could possibly push to 633, right? A possible, 20% gain here on ORGS. So again, it's not doing too much right now. It doesn't have crazy volume, but technically, it shows that it has potential over $5.50 here on ORGS. Again, to 6, possibly up towards around that 647 mark from yesterday over on ORGS. So again, that's what we got going on, guys. Stocks with news. What the news is, floats, volume, technical analysis behind everything. Also, prior day stocks that have been ripping and running. RHE, possible mid-candle breakout formation. LEDS, possible just continuation, right? Just to see the stock really start moving again, all right? And then lastly, NMRD in that sweet spot, in our OTE zone, off this big range, off this big trend from Wednesday to Thursday. We're right in that optimal trade entry zone. We're also right at our first spiking high from Tuesday or Wednesday. We're at our breakout point on volume. We're on our pullback level, right? 815. So not only is it the optimal trade entry zone, it's great support resistance from Wednesday, and it also lines up really, really nice with some daily support and resistance. And I guarantee if you throw a volume profile on this, right? Volume profile, not time, but price volume. I guarantee your biggest area in which volume moved in is at 815. So we're the most trading via price, not trading via time, right? Volume here shows you volume based on time. Volume profile will show you volume based on price. I guarantee if you threw a volume profile up, you would have the most amount of volume traded right around 815. Let's go ahead and do it. We got a couple minutes here. I'm just curious. Let's go ahead and edit our studies. Let's go to volume profile. Volume profile. Go ahead and add that. Apply it. Okay. Oh, I'm going to need to change these settings to each and every day. So let's go ahead and edit this. Volume profile. We want to go price per, okay, so custom chart. Let's go by day. Let's go ahead and save that in there. We want to see it based on day. Oh, no, prior day. Again, I don't use volume profile, so I don't know the settings. I do not know how to set this. Automatic, type custom, time per profile. Why am I not getting a profile from the previous day? Weird. Let's just do it by... Anyway, I'm not too worried about it right now. Not too worried about it. But again, you can kind of see based on volume per time at that price, you can get an idea of that's where the most amount of volume is traded at that price of 815. All right. So that's why I'm looking at that level, as it seems like a pretty key level of demand, right? There's a lot of demand around 815. There's quite a bit of support and resistance, and it's that sweet spot of the OTE zone. So if I had to choose one stock out of the gate that I like the most, NMRD, right? If I chose one stock that I wanted to go long out of the gate, I would probably choose NMRD, followed by RHE, and then LEDS. Top 3 stocks that I'm watching out of the gate, guys. All right. We have about 4 minutes and 42 seconds. I have some news for everybody. Everybody over on YouTube, everybody over in chat. Here coming up in the near future, I want to see the interest that we have, all right, and how many traders would find value from this. So what I want to do is I want to host a small trading account challenge. All right. So I would want to fund a small options account cash. I would also want to fund a small equities account in cash. And what I would be looking to do is work with everybody one-on-one here inside of chat, right? Work with you as a team and one-on-one and help you guys grow small accounts. So what does that mean, Josh? Well, I would be taking a step back from trading my normal account. So that means if I run this program from July to the end of the year, that is potentially $60,000 that I'm missing out in trading profits, right? I average around $10,000 per month. So again, if I do this challenge, I would probably be sacrificing roughly $60,000 of my trading profits. But again, what do I love doing more than trading? I love helping out everybody. I love helping out my team. I love helping out new traders. All right. I want to see you guys become successful. So again, if we decide to do this, I have about a month and a half to get everything rolling and to get some engagement with this. What I would be doing is we would be doing a 6-month-long program hosted inside of the Alpha Day Trading community, where we would be taking a small options account and a small equities account, and I would be teaching you guys everything from knowing nothing about stocks all the way to taking our trades to locking in consistent profits and seeing growth out of these small accounts. The first 2 to 3 months are going to be the hardest, right? The first 2 to 3 months are going to be extremely rough and tough and challenging. That's why it's called a challenge, to get those accounts growing to then where we can take on more contracts, more size, then those accounts really start ramping on up. So if you guys are interested in me hosting this challenge from July until the end of the year, small account, define it. We just said $1,000 options account would be the starting balance. Equities, $2,500, right? Now you can start with any size that you want, but the size that I would start with is $2,500 in an equities account, and we would start cash, and then we would start $1,000 in an options account. So we'd be starting with $3,500, and we'd be able to participate in the options market and educate and train and build you guys up, and then also grow our small accounts in the equities market. All right. So that's something that I want to do. I think it would be very, very beneficial, very, very educational for members inside of chat, members that want to also jump on board. It would be a 6-month program that we would host inside of the Alpha Day Trading community. So if I get enough feedback and engagement, and we could really help a lot of individuals grow and be ready to go by the end of the year, that means come January 1st, 2021, I expect everybody that participates in this to have substantial accounts to where come January 1st of 2022, after the 6-month-long challenge, you guys are ready to rock and roll. You guys have enough knowledge. You guys have some capital built up. You have consistency. You are professionals to where now you're ready to take that next step in your trading career. All right. So with that being said, if you're interested, send me an email, josh@alphadaytrading.com. If you're not interested, don't send me an email, guys. All right. But if you're like, dude, if you do this, I'm in. Send me an email, josh@alphadaytrading. I will tally your names. I will log your names. Right. And if we get enough engagement, I will take a step back from my large account. Again, basically 60 grand of profits that I'd be giving up. But again, I think it's worth it if I can help enough individuals out, and I can help you guys, again, get professional, get consistent, become successful, grow small accounts with consistency. So after this 6-month time span, you actually have a proper account you could see $300, $400, $500 a day returns on and start hitting your goals. All right, guys. So again, if you're interested, email josh@alphadaytrading.com. We will see what we have in store. Again, we would be starting this worst case scenario at the latest July 1st. So again, I just want to see what your guys' thoughts are. I'm not saying it's guaranteed set in stone. I just want to get some feedback from you guys first. And then over the next month, I'll slowly start dropping more information in regards to this. And if this is something that we're going to do. But we're live, baby. We're live in the stock market. Ow, ow. NMRD. I like NMRD the most. But we got RHE getting a nice pop, guys. RHE was the one that got a big time move right out of the gate. I'm long NMRD. I'm taking an anticipation trade. Why? When we look at these little, what are we saying? Those 50% retracements. Again, we were trying to classify it as a mid-candle breakout. We want to see the slight gap down, hold the lows of the prior day, and break over that prior day's close. So if we break over 878, this stock is going to move. All right? So I do want to have a position here on NMRD with my stops below $8. So what am I going to do? I have 500 shares on the table right now at 833. I'm going to go ahead and put a stop in the system at 799 because we do not want to see it low. We want to see it squeeze right away. All right? So I'm up $100 already, guys. $115. All right? Went ahead and put hard stops in the system, and I'm looking for a big time move over 875 on NMRD. That is my goal. That is my plan. So right now, stops in the system at 799. It looks like RHE is the one getting the most amount of action right now to it, right up into that 1830, guys. This was an alert I made for everybody. TikTok, YouTube, you name it. This stock is getting the most amount of action. This stock is being an absolute beast. And exactly my thinking process is I'm focusing on these stocks, right? RHE, LEDS, NMRD. Those are my plays. I don't care about TTOO. It's not doing anything. I don't care about ASRT. It's not doing anything, right? The only thing that we got really moving is ACST. And again, we want to see this now hold above those pre-market highs. So we have 58-cent support here on ACST. So if you guys like this cheaper play, again, 58-cent support, and you do have room up to 70 cents and then 75. Look at that. I'm up already $215 on NMRD. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's get that break. Let's get that move. $10 inbound. Come on. Hold on up, baby. And again, we talked about this morning and how much I liked it. The fact that it was pulling back into the OTE zone. We have a big supply area at 815, right? I really broke this down as thoroughly as possible. Why did I pull the trigger at 500 shares at 834? Because I was extremely confident that we were going to see a big time move on MMRD. Let's go. Currently up $255, $330 in the first 3 minutes of the day. That's $100 a minute, ladies and gentlemen. That is money. Let's go. Right now, we want to see this hold above $8.75. That is our level of support. Right now, limit up, limit down on this play is 953. So that is going to be our halt area here on NMRD. All right? We did not want to see that. That was a pretty aggressive pullback. Right? So right now, again, we want to see this close and hold above 878. All right, RHE is getting a lot of action. That seems to be the one where everybody's at. But this one still has potential. I expect to see some profit taking, but we do not want to see it dump on down. We want to see it hold up above 875 here on NMRD. What's a good idea? Let's bring stops to break even now, guys. Let's go ahead and bring stops to break even and put ourselves in a risk-free trade because we do know we do not want to see it go below at least 850. All right, so I have a hard stop in the system at my entry on NMRD, and I'm looking for the break and hold over $9. RHE is the play, though, guys. Look at RHE. RHE is being an absolute freaking monster. Oh, let's go. Woo! What a Friday, guys. So RHE, number one, we're watching. NMRD off to the side. This one is still trying to get its leg on up. We start seeing some more iffiness. We do not see this blast over $9 here in the next couple of minutes. I will be locking in my small profit here and at least locking in a little bit of cheddar. All right, guys. So right now we want to see NMRD really get that pop over 9. We have a lot of potential up towards around $10. All right, so we're all set, ready to rock and roll. I may take profit on MNRD if we come below 850 and just lock in the little bit that I have. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and modify this and just make it a slightly profitable trade if we get stopped out. Because again, it's not looking clean right now. It's looking a little weak. So I'm going to go ahead and put a hard stop in the system now at 849 just to lock in any kind of profit that I have. Because if it comes back below 850, it's going to hit down around 815. I'm not in a position to take a loss on the trade because there's no sense. It's already high enough to bring stops up a bit. So that's my plan. That's what I'm doing on NMRD, guys. How's LEDS doing? LEDS is down at that 875 level. LEDS, guys, right here, right now, has a lot of potential to pop off $9 off that 875 and get this rip and run back up to 10. Play it smart, though, right? Where would you have to put stops? Underneath the 875. If we crack 875, it's done. If you guys don't like the dips, if you guys think they're too risky, wait for a proper double bottom on LEDS. Just wait for that extra added piece of confirmation. Wes is saying, I believe what you're doing is just fine. Just following what you're doing with my money and ability to invest. So yeah, that's why I just wanted to throw that out there and at least get your guys' recommendations and opinions. If you're like, you know what, dude? I don't think you need to take a step back from the large account. I don't think you need to work small accounts, right? I don't think you need to. I can follow along with my small account just fine. So I locked in $50 there on NMRD. All right, so I just locked in $50 there. It came down and stopped me out. MDNA is on a halt. However, we're right into that 200-day moving average. That 200-day moving average is a key level, key level of resistance. So we need to keep that level on watch. We're going to go ahead and start removing some of these plays off the watch list that aren't doing anything and focus on the ones that have the best potential. I'm going to take a entry here on LEDS with stops at $8.74, right under that 875 on LEDS, just to see if we get that leg up, guys. So right now I am long LEDS. I'm looking for that bounce off of yesterday's lows, that 875. Looking for a reversal back up to around maybe 952 first over on LEDS if this is going to get some action today, guys. So I do have 500 shares right now of LEDS. Long at 909 with stops at 874 here. Looking to see if we can get some volume and see if we can get this next leg on up. Again, I have 500 shares. We're going to go ahead and do... Looking for a break and a nice move up to 950, where I'm going to take a little bit of profit right around 950. If we can pop here over 925. There's 925, 926. Boom, I'm locking in profit at 936. A little bit there. All right, green's green, guys. Lock in profit when you have it. So again, we got a proper double bottom. I liked it. Little W on the RSI too. So you can see here, you can't really see it on the chart, right? Very quick double bottom. But look at that little W right there on the RSI. That really shows us that we have some great opportunities. So I'm going to go ahead and lock in that small little gain before it comes down. We were starting to see a lot of selling pressure there. So I locked in a quick 68 bucks. I was able to average maybe about 15 cents a share there. So I went ahead and got out of LEDS. RHE. RHE is the number one play, guys. So all eyes here on RHE. So resistance was 1934. We can see here that we had a few candles. So right now, support, if we pull back over on RHE, is going to be back down towards around that 1934 for a possible bounce play, guys. So right now, let's see. RHE squeezing big time. The limit up, limit down on this play. On RHE, we don't have anything limit up, limit down. So we're technically good right now. No LULD right now. You're welcome. Ha ha! All right, guys. So right now I'm waiting for the pullback on RHE. So if you guys are like, how do I grow small accounts, right? What's one tip you can give me, Josh, to grow a small account? Never buy a stock that has moved more than 50 cents without pulling back, right? A+ setups. Why would you be chasing this at 22 when it can dump back down to 1934? So one tip, one rule, if you guys are working small accounts, never trade a stock that has moved more than 50 cents without pulling back first. What goes up will come down. All right? Everything that goes up will pull back. Wait for the pullbacks on these strong momentum stocks. Look to take your entries for the next leg up. That is the easiest way to make sure you're not chasing a play. You have the least amount of risk with the most amount of upside potential, guys. So if you take one thing away from the stream today, do not buy a stock that's moved over 50 cents without a pullback first. Look to buy the pullback. Look to buy the dip. That is the smartest way to get involved. And just so you guys know, full transparency, I'm back in on NMRD. We pulled back. We're leveling off 850. I took another 500 shares of 860 with a hard stop in the system at $8.39. NMRD, I'm looking for this leg up off a possible higher low. So again, I am long NMRD. We had the leg up. We came down. Nice little bounce off 850. I'm looking for some volume to push in and take this up over 9, possibly up to $10. Stops are underneath the lows here. My stops right now are at 839. I am currently risking about 21 cents on the play. So I'm risking about $100 here just to see if NMRD gets this mid-candle breakout. All right? So I am back in on the play. And we are sitting back and relaxing. I wanted to see about Tesla today for a possible entry, but I'm not too crazy about it underneath 670. So right now, I don't see any reason to jump on in Tesla just yet. I've been wanting the short Apple for a while. I've just never been able to nail the entry. And fucking SPY's still creeping on light volume. Makes a lot of sense. So right now, looking good on NMRD. I'm going to stick to my plan this time. My stop is my stop. And I'm going to look to take some profits if we get a pop over that 912. Look to scale this out in the 950s into the $10 area here on NMRD. Right now I'm up about $127 over on NMRD. ETOO. Again, we talked about that, guys, playing the channel. I don't really see any opportunity there. LEDS needs to get back above 875 and hold. RHE, again, we want to see the pullback back down into that prior level of resistance. And right now, it looks like we have NMRD with the volume moving in, baby. Break over 910 clean. Break over 910 clean here, NMRD. See, it keeps struggling, guys. It keeps struggling. I wish I could have gotten an entry off the table to take some profits. Not a fan of that gap down candle. That is not what we want to see here. That sucks. That had a lot of great potential, but that candle gapping down like that, probably concerning some traders. My stop's still my stop right now. NMRD, I'm going to see if this one can actually hold above 875 now, or at least VWAP and get that leg on up. So I'm still watching Tesla for a possible play today. And what we can see here is that we're starting to establish an uptrend. You guys want to learn options. This is how we trade options. Easy stuff, right? We're looking to buy third points of uptrends. That's it. That is options, right? Keep it easy, keep it simple, right? When we have a stock putting in higher highs, higher lows, we want to look to see if we can buy off the third point of the trend line for that leg up. Right? That's how I like to trade options. Simple, easy, right? We can really manage our risk appropriately. These are high reward setups, 80-20 setups. So again, if we get something like this on Tesla, I'm looking to jump in on some options and I'll walk you guys through that on exactly the strike I'm looking to buy, my risk, all of that good stuff, guys. All right. So right now, just kind of sitting back and waiting here on Tesla. Right now, again, looking for the bounce here on RHE down towards around 1934. Limit up, limit down is 1927. Right, we want to see NMRD pop here now. Third touch of the 910, we want to see the break. So we have a slightly higher low, trying to hold above that 875. We want to see this go ahead and get that break on up. If this puts in a lower low and we drop back below the 860s, we'll probably see it drop. Right, we'll probably see it go ahead and drop below 860 here if we don't get this leg on up. So right now, I'm still just kind of sitting back. We're relaxing and waiting. See if we get that leg up here on NMRD. And RHE respected the 9. I cannot take a pullback off the 9 by itself, right? I need to have a couple separate reasons for a trade, and I did not see a couple separate reasons for a trade off the 9 EMA. So we have yet to get a breakout, right? We have to see the candle actually break above and hold to confirm the breakout. So right now we don't have any reason to be buying the breakout on RHE until we get that confirmation. Once we get it, we could see it up towards around $24 next and then $25. So right now I have my long NMRD. And right now I'm looking for a possible entry here on RHE. Right, we have support back down towards around $20.50 off that low. And then support underneath that's going to be back down towards around $19.34. LMFA with a strong... Okay, so this is a reverse split, guys. So we haven't seen a reverse stock split really rip and run in a long time, but a lot of these stocks turn into supernovas, guys. So do keep LMFA on high watch. Again, when we have supernova season and we see these reverse splits, some of these stocks actually rip and run. If you guys want to watch a lesson on how to trade reverse stock splits for supernovas when the market's hot, go over to YouTube, scroll through my videos, and you'll actually see how to trade reverse stock splits and how they sometimes turn into supernova stocks, ripping 2, 3, 4, 500%. All right, I do have a lesson on that, so definitely check that out. It's in the video lessons library, and I think it's over on YouTube for you guys as well. Come on, NMRD. Come on, NMRD. You can do it. I believe in you. So right now, support 2059. We're at 2150. This is a decreasing volume pullback into the 9, and we see a candle open and start to push. I'm looking to scalp this here on RHE, guys. So I'm looking for a possible scalp here on RHE, depending on how this candle closes out. And we'll see. But we got NMRD fighting for it one more time. If this doesn't break here, guys, I am going to take my profits. All right, so we want to see this go ahead and break here over 9 and hold. If it doesn't, I'm going to take profits because we're probably coming back down below the 850 mark. Right now we're at 892. Right now we got 10 seconds left on this candle on RHE. Looking good. Possibly looking to grab a quick little scalp here, make a couple bucks. Stops would be under 21 if we can actually get a strong close, and not really the close I wanted to see. So right now, I mean, yeah, it's a decent trade, but it provides a little bit more risk. So I'm just not gonna trade that one right now. I'm gonna manage my NMRD trade. So right now, I'm gonna go ahead and take my hard stop out of the system, and I'm gonna be managing my NMRD trade for this actual little cup and handle we have. We have to break over 910. If we dip back below 875, you're gonna see me taking my profits as green's green. Green is green. So my eyes are on the level 2. My fingers on the trigger. NMRD, we want to see a clean, strong break over 9 here. This is the third touch. We have a little bit of volume. And a break over that 9 to 910 is where a lot of traders are going to move on in and really get this thing going, possibly back up towards around $10, guys. Right, so I got $8.98 on the bid. Come on, buyers. Push 10, or I'm sorry, push 9. We got to really just get these buyers over $9 and actually get some nice, volume here. I'm going to take profit, guys. I'm not liking price action. I'm going to lock in a little bit at $9 here. I mean, profit's profit, and I'm going to give 250 shares a go here for the pop. It's got to break 910 here. If it doesn't break 910, I'm walking away from it. And I can always re-enter. So right now, bids are over 9. We want to see bids slowly move on up into the 9-10s, and then we can really see some action. Here we go. Here we go. Break it, baby. Come on, hold that 9-10, baby. You got this. 9-17. There we go. Let's see that volume flood in MRD. Let's see this volume flood on in and get this big-time move up to 950. Lock in some profits. Then we got a $10 target, guys. Let's go. Let's make some money. Right now, support, 910. 910 was the breakout point. We do not want to see buyers and sellers back below 910. That's going to show weakness, right? We want to see 910 hold now. I'm actually going to lock in a little bit more at 920 here. Got to fill on the limit at 920, so I do want to go ahead and lock in a little bit. And then I'm going to let, about this 125 shares run for a majority of the day. So I'm going to go stop. I'm going to go 8.99, and I'm going to let a majority of this run for the day to see if this is a top gaining stock. And I'm going to show you guys how we properly bring stops up. The reason I have an 8.99 stop is because we have 910 support. That was our breakout level. We do not want to see this back below that 909 to 910, right? So if it does come down below 899, I'll be stopped out. But again, I want to see if this has some momentum and some potential to really get this leg on up here, guys. But right now, locking at about $250 over on NMRD. LEDS is looking really weak. So right now we have RHE. Possible short coming up. We know about the bouncy ball effect. Wes is like, yep, short, baby. That's a short. Nailed it. All right, so when you have a stock that has flat bottom support, guys, another quick little tip, a quick little lesson for you guys. When you have a stock that has a level of support, okay, we come down and bounce for the first time and we build lower highs like this. What is this? It's a little bit of an ascending triangle formation, right? It's kind of like that basketball that we talk about, right? When you throw a basketball, what happens, right? You throw the ball and it bounces, bounces, bounces. Each bounce gets lower and lower until it levels off. Well, with stocks, same thing. When it bounces at support with those lower highs, it'll level off, typically crack to the downside. So what do we have? We had the pop, we had bounce, 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 all with lower highs, right? And then we get that crack to the downside. So why were we not taking that long off support? Because we had lower highs. That is a signal to not take it long. If anything, take it short. And that's why that was a really nice short here on RHE. Right now, bounce play at 1934. Right now, we do have a bounce play opportunity on RHE at 1934. That's not TD. That's actually my snip and sketch, my snipping tool. I just take a picture of it and then I draw on it for you guys. It'd be cool if they had a drawing tool on TD. That would be amazing, but they do not. So ladies and gentlemen, over on YouTube, have an awesome day. Enjoy your day. Lock in some profits. Hopefully you guys were able to take a couple of these trades with me on NMRD. LEDS, 3 for 3 on the day. Couple trades on NMRD, locking in some great profits. Currently up a little over $300 on the day. And I hope you guys learned something. You were able to pull something of value from this little bit of an hour live stream. And most importantly, that you guys were able to lock in some profits with me today. So like I always say, if you want to take your trading to the next level, you want that one-on-one help, you want to work with the best trading community in the world, check us out, alphadaytrading.com. Until next time, happy and safe trading, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Be smart, be safe. Fridays are tough trading days. Lock in profits when you have them, all right? And enjoy those profits. And most importantly, enjoy your weekend, guys. And I will see you back here Monday morning, bright and early, as we kick off Money Monday, baby. All right, in chat, 7 o'clock a.m. YouTube, 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, like we always do. Again, enjoy your weekend. If you ever need anything, hit me up, Josh at alphadaytrading.com. And I will see you guys bright and early Money Monday.